Hey guys, and lady guys, my name is Otkin, and welcome to new video. You know the drill. You have 3 seconds to click on that like button or else. 1, 2, 3. Good 3 seconds to subscribe or else. 1, 2, 3. But now enjoy the video or else. Let's try this again. My hobbies include smoking and playing video games. Favorite shows right now are The Handmaid's Tale and Severance. My mental health is a mess, and so is my sleep schedule. You look like a supervillain where your superpower is not to have a dad. In nature, creatures often display bright colors to warn others of how toxic they are. Harley Quinn. You look like the Joker's kid called the Joke. This won't be the first time you hear I regret ever coming across that face. When people ask me why I quit drinking and going to bars, I show them your picture. A precisely curated look to let everyone know she's angry at her parents. You don't have to be so angry with the way you look. You chose that. Trying so hard to be edgy, but to be honest, just barely reaching Meg Griffin. I'm sure you need to hear this, but it's 100% your fault. Not screaming damaged goods at all. Try what again? Over applying a filter to cover up whatever your face really looks like. You look like you have opinions that only people with the same opinions find interesting. You look like a shaved Grinch. You choose to look like an insect is trying to emerge from your septum. Green hair, goth makeup, trying to make the world hate you more than you hate yourself. 39. Today is my birthday. RoastMe crispy. Captain for a floating tiki bar. Overworked. Underpaid. I spent half the year in Mexico. How long have you been 39? You get mammograms just to get some action. If I could be alone with you for one night, I would kiss your breasts, and then work my way up to your tummy. Happy birthday, sir. You are so deep in the mum zone you must have 2 teenage boys. A husband you rarely see, because he's golfing all the time. And a golden retriever. 39. Again. You look like I need another drink. In all seriousness, this is a good time to remind everyone to apply sunscreen. I've seen milk age more gracefully. Mother, I'd like to forget. 57. My coworker made me do this. Make me cry. I live on my houseboat. No political views. I love dogs. When you go to the doctor, he gives him a prostate exam and a breast exam during the same appointment. 57 going on 75. You're the creepy guy sitting in the bar telling all the young girls they seem very mature for their age. Poster model for long-term dementia care. I bet back in the day you were merely a B-cup. The only thing more act than your face is your liver. I bet every time you take a drink your other organs hear a small cry of pain. Light bulb should not be a body shape. You start your day with a 20-pack of smokes. He lives at this tiki bar. Someone should tell him you can only go braless when they're flawless. No need, just take off your t-shirt and look in the mirror, the tears will come. 44-year-old caricature artist, male. Which dating app should I be using? They don't make one for connies. Your face is proof that God is also a caricaturist. What's your Venmo? Need to request payment for having to look at you. Just keep in mind that transactions over $5,000 will have to be reported to the IRS. I'm sure there are tons of women who would be into a 44-year-old caricature artist. When I go on dates, I have to lie about my job and tell them I'm a garbage man. He draws a woman and practices kissing on it. There's a police sketch artist talking to a crying little kid right now that's drawing up a caricature of you. Heart disease looks so much better when wrapped in a Hawaiian shirt, doesn't it? Just go ahead and turn yourself into the cops and lead them to the bodies. You'll find a nice man to keep you warm at night in prison. I remember applying for a job as a caricature artist when I was 17. 35. Bet you can't make me cry. Roast me. Make you cry? I doubt you can even move your tear ducts after all that filler. You look like your surgeon got halfway through and rage quit. You look like you say I'm such an empath, right before ruining someone's life. Your diet is 30% protein, 70% male attention and 15% out of that protein comes from males. You're not aging, like fine wine, more like expired oat milk withering light. You don't speak, you just slowly deflate mid-sentence. You look like you make kissing sounds just walking. Built like a Bratz doll. 7th annual birthday roast, 24. Give me something to wake up to. CS major, autistic. Plays Dance Dance Revolution, collects CDs, and builds Lego sets to decorate his office. You look like my sleep paralysis demon. That look is the last thing a female hiker sees as she disappears forever. You look like a single composite photo of the entire FBI top 20 most wanted list. I'll lend you some money for toilet paper, so you can stop using your shirt. Have a shower as your birthday present please, thank you. You look like the singer from My Chemical Imbalance. In the garage, because his parents won't let him in the basement. What's your favorite brand of bone saw to use while you're reducing your victims to chunks to feed to pigs while listening to opera? I think it's better for the safety of society in general if we let a latent psychopath sleep. Be as rude as you possibly can. Bore it, the teen years. Bro, the island boys are no one to look up to. Is your build inspired by Plank from Ed, and Eddie? Did you shave those slits in your eyebrow like a poser, or did you actually get into a fight like a douchebag? Either way you look ridiculous. Bro looks like everything that's wrong with this generation of men. At least your neck is nice and long, so you can fit all those giant ding-dongs down your throat easily. I can hear your modified exhaust from here. 30. I'm 5 feet 7 inches. Hobbies, gym, going to the beach, 8-ball pool. System of a clown. You probably pull your own hair during sex with yourself. 30 years old and still dressing like a 17-year-old guy who smokes resin on a couch. Listens to one Creed album. Don't use your bathroom sink as a urinal, and this is not a dating sub. It's cute that you mentioned your height, like it was the low-hanging fruit here. You're balding and holding on to broken dreams. Can I get thoroughly roasted and toasted? There's a white person hiding in you somewhere. You just look boring AF. You're shaped like the neck of your guitar. Keep your head up, girl. Eventually you'll find a man that will settle for you being the 3 out of 10 of his dreams. I've seen your side profile at skate parks. So ugly that the mirror literally cracked. I'm a transgender woman. To clarify, I'm part European and part Indian. And to fulfill the stereotype, I used to be homeless, so dish it. I think you meant Indian, and European standing up. What you are is a homosexual. Michael Jackson has you beaten both masculinity and femininity at the same time. I don't know why everyone is being so mean. You look like a charming young man. With this look you only have one day a year people will not judge, Halloween. You could have been a doctor, but now you have to settle on being a nurse. There's not much more I could say. You did a pretty good job yourself. What did you do in the past life to get this reincarnation? Need more makeup to hide that mustache. That first sentence was completely unnecessary. Those eyebrows alone left no doubt in anyone's mind. What happened in your childhood that you are doing this? RoastMe, 30. I like to study computer programming. I'm interested in East Asian culture, and I was a virgin until 30. Mark Zuckerberg, if I had one. You look like O.J. Simpson without the juice. Let me guess, you travels to Thailand to celebrate turning 30? You look like the guy who asks the girl he likes out, only to have her decline while saying you're a really nice guy, and then sets you up with her ugliest friend on a blind date. It goes horribly. You look like Gus from Breaking Ugly. You know he regularly slips that phone under the toilet stall wall to snap pics. If you were in The Shining, you could gotten your whole ass head through the hole in the door. 38. I like floating the river, making kombucha, and I had to have a EEG test done, so for 3 days I had to walk around like this. Float face down next time. That nose looks like it's bruised more cluts than a bicycle seat. You managed 4 uniquely unattractive images in a row. Impressive. Maybe use some of the tattoo money on going to an actual hair salon instead of the hedge trimmers your lumberjack lesbian girlfriend owns. You look like you hang out around gas stations a lot. Thanks for watching, you fresh smelling animals. See you soon. Bye and love you.